Hello, this is Mr. Collier, and today we're solving PanBalance equations. Okay, so for these equations, basically we're looking at a PanBalance. So the weight on one side has to be equal to the weight on the other side. So in this question here, it asks what one square weighs. Okay, so if you look at this diagram here, what you can do to figure out what one square weighs is you can take off one triangle from each side and it should still be balanced. Okay, so we should still have a balanced scale here. And if I take away one more triangle on each side, now I've got one square over here, and that obviously weighs the same as four triangles. So one square weighs the same as four triangles. Okay, in the next example, we're figuring out how much one square makes. So we can take away the same weight from each side, and we'll still have a balanced scale. So I can take away one of these triangles. Alright, so I take away one of those triangles and it's still balanced. And now I have two squares here and one square here. So I can take away one of those squares and one of those squares, and we have what's left over. We have one square equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. One square weighs the same as 6 triangles. Okay, in the next example, we want to find out what one square weighs. So what we can do is we can take away one square from each side, and it's still balanced. And we need to get rid of these circles now, so we can get rid of two circles on each side. And we have one square equals two circles. Okay, and the final example, one triangle weighs the same as how many squares? Well, okay, this one's a bit tricky, but basically on this right hand side here we've got two triangles. Okay, so half the weight is one triangle, half the weight is another triangle. If we take the other side and we divide it into half, or into halves, divide it into two, we have a group of three and another group of three. Okay, on this side we have one triangle, two triangles altogether. So what we can do is if we take away one of these triangles, and then we take away one of these groups, then we're left with one triangle equals the same as three squares. Okay, so that's how you can solve equations using pan balances.